Hello, this is Clean Coach Carly. I'm the staff nutritionist at Healthy Habits Living, and I'm going to help you decipher the difference between the K-PAX formulations and when and why you'd want to take them. Now, first of all, K-PAX was one of the very first supplements ever used in a clinical study for dealing with the symptoms of HIV/AIDS. So that's a big deal, right? These are very, very sick people. And this study was back in the late 1990s, early 2000s. And obviously the problem with HIV and AIDS is that the immune system is just completely dysfunctional. And it leaves you open to all sorts of symptoms and other disease states. And a lot of times people die from something other than AIDS, a secondary infection. Interestingly enough, the K-PAX products have also been used in a couple of studies for chronic fatigue syndrome, or CFS, myalgic encephalitis. So we know that K-PAX has the nutrient formulations in it to support energy production, whether you're sick or you would like to optimize what is already at a baseline health. Now, the two main offerings from K-PAX are K-PAX Immune formula and K-PAX Energy. They also offer a K-PAX protein powder, but it doesn't have the same nutrient profile and doses. So I'm going to tell you about the immune and the energy, and then there's another one that's called the Energy Support Program, which is just a combination of the immune formulation and the energy formulation. So the immune formulation and the energy formulation are very similar. The big differences are that the immune formulation has higher doses than the energy formulation. Specifically in the immune formulation, there is much higher doses of B12, of vitamin D and vitamin K and vitamin A, which makes sense because these are known to be very big modulators of the immune system. The other thing about the immune formula is that it doesn't have any caffeine in it. So we don't have a lot of benefits from caffeine when we're trying to support the immune system, and it can be overstimulating if your immune system is really turned down. So the immune system, or the immune program, the K-PAX immune formula, does not have any caffeine in it. It does have the same mitochondrial support program that is in the K-PAX Energy. So it's the same proprietary formula that they have in both immune and energy. It has acetyl L-carnitine, tyrosine, N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, alpha lipoic acid, which is also called ALA, and it has CoQ10. So in the immune, you're getting that same mitochondrial support as you are in the energy. So if you have a bottle of immune and you have a bottle of energy, same mitochondrial support. With the immune formula, you want to take, it's recommended 4 tablets per day, either once or twice. And I always recommend that you take these with food. Most supplements I recommend that you take with food so that you can start the digestive process and so you can avoid nausea. So depending on how compromised your immune system is, you would want to go with the 4 tablets in the morning and in the evening, or just one or the other. So up to 8 tablets per day. And this is for someone who is very, very nutrient deficient. So maybe has had a bad diet for a very, very long time, or has eaten foods or had a lifestyle that's nutrient depleting. So maybe a lot of alcohol or a lot of processed foods, a lot of sugar, maybe exposure to chemicals. So someone who's really, really deficient. Okay. So the immune formula, like I said, has higher doses of most of the nutrients. It has the same dose of the mitochondrial formula that's in the energy. It does not have any caffeine, whereas the energy formula does. And it is 4 tablets once or twice per day. And if you look on the label of the immune formula, the measurements are per tablet. So it's a 1 tablet dose, or they're giving you the doses that are in each individual tablet. When you look at the energy formula, that is 2 tablets for a dose. So when it says vitamin D, dose is 500 micrograms, they're saying that's what's in 2 tablets. And the label also says there is 60 milligrams of caffeine for 2 tablets, which means 30 milligrams per tablet. So again, that's a big difference between the energy formula and the immune formula. The energy formula has that added caffeine. Now, caffeine can be depleting, but at a low dose, like 30 to 60 milligrams, it can help and not deplete. So when we go much higher than 60 milligrams, we are signaling adrenaline and cortisol, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and so that causes a depleting of minerals and energy reserves. But when we stay in that 30 to 60 milligram range, that can give us a short burst of energy and clarity. It can improve liver function and mental cognition without depleting us. So I think it's a great addition to the energy formula. So the energy formula also has that same mitochondrial combination that the immune formula does. And it's recommended at 1 to 2 tabs per day or twice a day. So 1 tab in the morning and 1 at night, or 2 tabs in the morning, 2 at night. Now remember, you don't really want to take caffeine at night. So if you're going to take more than maybe 1 tablet in the afternoon or evening, move it up to like a 3 o'clock time. Don't take it at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, right before you want to go to bed at 7 or 9, because that caffeine will be stimulating enough that you will not be able to fall asleep. Now, K-PAX has their energy support program, which I think is a really good introduction to the K-PAX program. So if you are like, well, I think I want to use K-PAX, I think it's great to start with your energy support program because it's 1 bottle of immune and 1 bottle of energy. It's just the 2 formulations, so 2 bottles. And the dosing is 2 tablets of the immune twice a day. So that's only a total of 4 tablets because there's so many micronutrients in there. And 1 to 2 tablets of the energy twice a day. So that's, again, like half the dose. Because with those 2 formulas combined, you are getting very high doses of nutrients as well as the mitochondria formula. So you don't need to take the full dose of the immune or the full dose of the energy. You can take half a dose of the immune, half a dose of energy. So that is the energy support program. And you get a little bit of a price break when you buy that program. You can also just buy the bottles separately and take, a half a dose or a lower dose of each one in combination. So this is, again, a program and a formulation that has been studied for HIV and CFS. It was also studied for Gulf War illness, kind of that mysterious malaise and toxin exposure that was experienced by many of the Gulf War veterans when they came back to the United States. This is not just for sick people. Obviously, this is for people who want to optimize their energy and their immune system with something that has been medically studied and verified to actually improve quality of life and immune function and energy production. So that's K-PAX, their immune formula and their energy formula, or their energy support program, which is just those 2 formulas combined and taking it at lower doses. So here at Healthy Habits Living, we are always here to help you get healthy so you can stay healthy and be healthy.